Imagine a man who doesn't need anyone, who doesn't chase approval, who doesn't look for someone to lean on, who doesn't need anyone to fill the quiet spaces of his life. Sounds almost impossible in today's world, doesn't it? And yet, that kind of man, the one who stands alone, complete within himself, is exactly who society fears the most. But why? Why does a man who's at peace with himself, who doesn't chase validation, who can sit with his thoughts without needing to escape them, why does this terrify society? Hold that thought, because what you're about to uncover might just change the way you see solitude forever. Look around you. Everywhere you go, people are glued to their phones, desperate for likes, comments, and shares. We've been told that we can't be whole alone. You need friends. You need a crowd to be happy. But look, this neediness, it's a trap. It keeps you tied to the opinions of others, needing their approval to feel okay. Dependence softens you, and the softer you become, the easier you are to control. Let me tell you about two men who understood this well: Marcus Aurelius and Friedrich Nietzsche. Marcus Aurelius, a Roman emperor, had a strange but powerful habit. Every night, he asked himself, "Did I want anything today that I didn't really need?" He reflected on what was within his control and what wasn't. This simple practice made him strong on the inside, able to stay calm no matter what happened outside. Now, Nietzsche, he said something even more challenging. The individual must struggle to not be swallowed by the tribe. He knew that people tend to lose themselves by following the crowd. But the truly strong person, the one who stands alone with his own values, free from the herd. Don't take it wrong. Being alone doesn't mean being lonely. Loneliness is painful because it feels like something is missing. But solitude, that's different. Solitude means you're enough by yourself. When a man learns to enjoy his own company, he becomes hard to influence. Think about this for a second. If you always need others to feel good, you'll do whatever it takes to keep them around. You'll change yourself, hide your truth, even compromise your values. But if you don't need anyone, you can be honest. You don't have to pretend. You don't have to play social games. You become free to be exactly who you are. And that kind of freedom, it makes people uncomfortable. Here are the qualities of a self-sufficient man. See if you recognize any in yourself. He practices radical self-honesty. This man doesn't lie to himself. He faces his fears and weaknesses head-on. Because of this, he can spot lies in others and see through manipulation. He values independence. He builds his own moral code based on reason and experience, not just what society tells him. Shame or guilt don't control him. He does what's right, regardless of what others think. He's emotionally self-sufficient. He doesn't depend on others for his happiness. He finds peace within himself. This makes him resistant to emotional manipulation and immune to rejection's sting. He has intellectual courage. He's willing to wrestle with difficult ideas and question popular beliefs, even when it's uncomfortable. He speaks truths others avoid, no matter the social cost. Now, don't get me wrong, this path isn't easy. You will be misunderstood. People will call you antisocial, arrogant, or strange. They'll try to explain away your independence as loneliness or a problem. You might feel isolated at times, because the way you see the world won't always match how others see it. Some relationships will fade. People who depend on your approval might pull away. Even friends and family might get uncomfortable. Society will try to pull you back into the herd. It will tell you to be normal, more social, but being yourself is worth any price. It means living honestly and true to who you are, something you can't get by just fitting in. So why does society fear the self-sufficient man? Because he doesn't play by its rules. Economically, he's a poor consumer. He doesn't buy to impress or to fill a void. Socially, he's hard to categorize because he's not chasing status or approval. Politically, he can't be swayed by trends or public opinion. He thinks for himself. Psychologically, his inner freedom makes others question their own dependence. And culturally, he doesn't blindly follow tradition. He challenges it, seeking truth over comfort. In other words, he's not blinded motivated by consumerism, status, popularity, emotional neediness, or inherited beliefs. He sees through it all and walks his own path. That kind of clarity? It threatens everything built on illusion. So, how do you become this man? Start small. Spend some time alone every day. Just you and your thoughts. Start with 10 minutes, then more. Practice a daily reflection, like Marcus Aurelius did. Ask yourself, what did I want today that I didn't really need? What fears did I feel that were outside my control? Did I compromise my values for approval? Create your own moral code based on what you discover. Find things you enjoy doing alone: reading, walking, thinking, creating. Build your inner world. Most importantly, cease the pursuit of external validation. Instead, cultivate a sense of worth that arises from within. You might not expect this, but here's the irony. The moment you stop needing anyone, you actually become more magnetic. People are drawn to the man who's confident and complete by himself, but that's not why you do it. It's just a byproduct. Relationships become healthier because you're with people by choice, not need. Friendships deepen because they're genuine, not convenient. Work becomes fulfilling because you do it for your own reasons, not for praise. Life becomes meaningful because you focus on what truly matters. So here's my challenge. Become dangerous, not by hurting others, but by being impossible to control. Live by your own values. Remember, in a world full of people desperate to fit in, the most radical thing you can do is learn to stand alone. Stay dangerous, my friend.